Anthropic just released Claude Opus 5, and honestly, I think it's one of the best value for money model they have released so far. And here's why. Until now, if you wanted the best output from Claude, you had to use Fable 5. But the only problem is it's really expensive. But now we have Opus 5, and it gets surprisingly close to Fable 5's performance while costing almost half the price. And here's what surprised me the most. Anthropic didn't increase the price at all. It exactly cost the same as Opus 4.8, the model it's replacing. So you are getting a much better model without paying anything extra. Now in this video, I'll break down every benchmark, explain what they actually mean, compare projects built with Fable 5 and Opus 5, and show you how to get the best results from Opus 5 in Claude so you can spend less without compromising on the quality. So let's get started with the video. Now, instead of just telling you that Opus 5 is good, I want to show you what it can actually do. So I went on X and found 4 projects which is built by the community. From each one, I found a similar project built with Fable 5 and Opus 5 so we can compare them side by side. Let's see what Opus 5 can actually do. Alright, let's start with the first one. This one's from Shirish on X. He gave both models the exact same prompt, build an interactive low poly 3D version of Central London using 3.js. Now same prompt, same scene. On the left is Opus 5, on the right is Fable 5. Here's what surprised me. Opus 5 is actually picked up more of the smaller details. The landmark looks great, the buses and boats were moving, the labels were there, even the camera movement felt really polished, and it did all of that for $4.20, where Fable 5 built the same scene, but it cost $9.60. Now less than half the price for a result that's incredibly close. And remember, none of this is using pre-built assets or game engine. Everything that you are looking at was generated from a single prompt and rendered directly in the browser. Now here's the second one. This one comes from Anil Evki on X. He gave Opus 5 and Fable 5 the exact same prompt. Now here's what happened. Opus 5 finished in about an hour and a half. Fable 5 took a little over 2 hours. Now when he compared the final results, Fable 5 came out slightly ahead. It scored 94 out of 100. Opus 5 scored 90. Now the interesting part wasn't the score. It was where each model performed better. Now Fable 5 produced a cleaner overall design. The typography looked better, the pages felt more consistent, and the overall user experience was more polished. Where Opus 5 on the other hand built a stronger 3D product. Now it felt more detailed, more technical, and honestly looks like something that could actually be manufactured. And it also finished much faster. And of course, it cost a lot less. Alright, the next one. Now this comes from Roman Tours on X. He took the exact same prompt and ran it through Fable 5 and Opus 5 using a tool called Arcade to generate this cinematic samurai style animations. Now on the left is Fable 5, on the right is Opus 5. And honestly, both of this looks really good. Now the lighting, the atmosphere, the animation, even the little details like falling petals, they are both very impressive. That said, I kept finding myself looking at the Opus 5 version. This is also a good reminder that Opus 5 isn't just for coding. People are already using it for creative work, advertising, and high-end visuals like this. Let's jump on the fourth one. Instead of comparing Opus 5 with Fable 5, this one we are comparing it with GPT 5.6 Soul. Now the project comes from Bhavya on X. He gave both models the exact same prompt, build a hill climb racing style game, and here's the result. The first thing that stood out to me was how different the two games looked, and Opus 5 added a lot more detail to the terrain, the vehicle, and the visual effects. It just felt a little more polished overall. Now GPT 5.6 Soul on the other hand stayed much closer to the original hill climb racing style. Neither one is necessarily right or wrong, they just took different approaches. Either way, it's another great example of what these models can build from a single prompt. Now, let me show you something that I actually did myself. Now, I am taking the raw notes from one of my employees who is handing over a business processes to another employee, and I'm going to paste them into both Opus 5 and Fable 5. I'll simply ask each model to turn these messy notes into clean, professional HTML report with proper structure and brand colors. Now watch what happens. Now both models produce solid, well-designed reports with very similar content. Fable 5's version comes out a bit more polished visually, while Opus 5 is extremely close and still gives me a fully usable document in just a couple of passes. Now this is exactly the kind of everyday work these models are now great at. Now let's zoom out and look out the official benchmarks as well, because this gives us a much better idea of how it performs across different types of work. The first one is agentic terminal coding, and Opus 5 comes out on top with 43.3%, ahead of every other model. Next is knowledge work, things like research, writing, and analysis, and once again Opus 5 takes the lead with a score of 1861. Then we have novel problem solving, which measures how well a model handles problems it hasn't seen before, and Opus 5 scores a lot better. It's also leading in agentic search, scoring 90.8%. Now multidisciplinary reasoning, basically combining knowledge from many different fields to answer hard questions. Fable is slightly ahead, but with tools, Opus 5 takes the lead at 64.7%. The same story continues continues with computer use for things like clicking, typing, and navigating applications. Opus 5 comes out on top again with 70.6%. Now, pure agentic coding is one of the few areas where the results are more competitive. GPT 5.6 Soul leads one benchmark, while Opus 5 and Fable 5 are almost tied on another. When it comes to business workflows, Opus 5 opens up a much bigger lead with score of 26%. There are still a few areas where Fable 5 performs better. Legal reasoning is one of them, health is another, but then in biology, Opus 5 takes a lead again in both the hard benchmark and a human solved benchmark as well. Alright, let's talk about pricing. Because at the end of the day, that's what people most care about. Opus 5 costs $5 per million input tokens and $25 per million output tokens. Okay, so now the question arises that when you should use Fable 5? Here's the answer for that. Use Opus 5 as a default for almost everything. Coding, building apps, 3D scenes, games, agentic workflows, computer use, business automation, creative work, and anything where speed and cost matters. It's cheaper, faster, extremely strong across the board. But use Fable 5 when you specifically need the absolute highest performance in areas like health, legal work, or when perfect visual consistency, art direction, and polished UX are more important than speed or price. In those cases, Fable can still edge it out. So at the end of the day, there isn't a single best model. It all depends on what you are building. And hopefully this breakdown helps you to understand which one makes more sense for your workflows. Let me know in the comments which one are you planning to use and what are your thoughts around Opus 5. If you found this useful, don't forget to subscribe for more such AI breakdowns like this. Thanks for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.